Literally. He was pretty annoying. All right, we're back after episode 1. Pretty wild episode. Grocery Store Joe had his little meltdown and everything. What were your original thoughts on it? I'll say this though. After watching one episode, I like the aspect of it almost better than The Bachelor and Bachelorette, just because like there's more action 24/7 and like
yeah.
It's kind of more funny and entertaining in my eyes. But what were your first thoughts on the whole cast? You obviously know everyone and everything, so
I'm so happy Bachelor in Paradise is back. Like, period, point blank. It's been 2 years. The only thing, my biggest complaint, which I saw this on social media too, is that like, where's the theme song? You know, I don't even miss Chris Harrison. I love David Spade as of this moment.
I actually agree. I think David Spade actually was like very good on it.
He's better than Chris Harrison on, in my opinion, but
I could see how Chris Harrison would be better in like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, but in terms of Bachelor in Paradise, like David Spade brings like, he's funny, he can talk to people, he doesn't like, not everything's like super duper serious, like the big moment. Like I think he does a much better job with that. But all right, we'll just start with introductions. Who did you like in the introductions? What's the dude's name who's the music director came naked? That was wild.
Rancid. Oh God. And he didn't put his pants on the rest of the damn episode.
I know. You thought,
for the love of God, you're sitting at a table or at a bar eating food with people with your pants off. That's like rude and disgusting.
Didn't you say in our first episode, you say, I wonder what he's gonna wear because he only wore,
and he wore nothing.
So he kind of answered your question on that one. And then also like you said, when they kind of showed him again when they were eating dinner and drinking, he still didn't have anything on. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
that's just rude. Yeah. Like, no one wants to eat their taco next to your dick and balls. Like,
right. Like there might be one or two females that like are into it, but like none of the guys want to do it. And like majority of the females are probably also like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would be totally turned off. Mari was into it though. She was into it, but also at the end of the episode, they shared a kiss. Mm-hmm. And they were the only people that didn't like fully make out. And I was like, yeah, probably because Kenny didn't want to pop a boner.
Yeah, right. Like he's kind of in a tough situation. He's in a tough situation right there because
he did it to himself.
Right, so. Right. I'm gonna just bring up Victoria to start off. Like she is so weird. Like she does like all the crystals and stuff now. And she says she's a goddess and she has this energy. And then when she said the thing about when you look for 5 seconds and then smile, that is the weirdest thing ever. No, you should never do that.
Victoria, the only chance she has with any guy on this show is if she goes and talks to them first. And I think the only guy that she even has a chance with would be Carl, because everyone hates Carl as much as they hate Victoria.
Right.
Honestly.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and like it was kind of weird because no one was really feeling her that much. Like the one guy said she smelled good, and that was like it. That was like all you really saw of a guy kind of showing anything to her. Yeah, like you said, Mari was kind of into naked boy. I think Mari is so hot, but yeah, what?
And I love that how she harped back to her entrance on Matt season. She's like, I'm known for my big ass, and I was like, yeah, she's hot. Like,
yeah,
I'm happy that she honed in on that and just called attention to it.
Right, and she owned it. Serena, she kind of caught the eyes of a few people to begin with, which I kind of thought so. Abigail, I don't know. The guy that she's with is weird.
Not a fan of Noah. Like, I don't trust Noah. I don't know. They're one-on-one and all of that.
It's so awkward.
I respect though that she was like, I friend zone every guy ever. I can relate to that. And she was like, the last relationship she was in, she was with the guy for 8 months, and then she finally made it official, but it took 8 months to get to that point.
Right.
Relatable.
But like when Noah kept saying, he was like, when he sat the chair down for her and he was like, you should just be used to this. Why are you so shocked? It was like, dude, this is just awkward. Like, what are you doing?
he's doing too much.
Right,
is what he's doing. That's
right.
what he's known for, is doing too damn much. Like, I don't trust him. And he even made a comment. He was like, I need to get out of the friend zone. So he made out with her. And it's like, I don't trust you, dude.
He did make that comment, like, it's going to be so hard to not make out with someone. And Abigail was like, is it though? Like, which it ended up they made out. But yeah, they definitely hit it off. And then like Kelsey, like, she didn't talk to anyone. I gotta say this too. Victoria, like, yo, give my girl some more TV time. She's gorgeous. I think she's
P.
I think she's the hottest girl on the show. I want to see more of her. These producers have barely fucking showed her in episode 1.
I'm nervous for Victoria P, Kelsey. Obviously, we're all nervous for Victoria Larson. That girl, I don't know if she'll make it past the first rose ceremony.
Right.
But Kelsey, Victoria P, and Deandra. None of them, like at the end, Wells had that
Is
review.
Deandra the one who is like light skinned?
She had the blonde braids.
Okay, so you know the chick. This is gonna going down a weird path, but you know the girl who was on the No Jumper podcast who said she sucked off all the Suns guys.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like one of those girls. Is it her?
she
like,
she's not. Yeah, I can see how you would think that, but she doesn't have like that sort of personality at all.
Yeah, right. But like she looks like is it Deandra? Is that who I'm thinking of though?
Yeah, Deandra.
Okay,
she didn't make out with anybody. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right.
Deandra looks like, like the super target, and then the chick in the No Jumper podcast looks like the Aldi's of like her. But like
that's a good way to put it.
They kind of look like each other a little bit. But yeah, she wasn't really talkative either. She kind of just made her entrance, and then
No. Yeah, her, Kelsey, and Victoria P. It was like pretty much nothing. Like, and it was funny with the entrance with David Spade and Kelsey and him trying to open.
Yeah.
When he said something like, what did he say exactly? He said, not everything is like good as wet or something like that, like something about being wet. And I was like, I can't believe ABC aired that.
Yeah, he made a few jokes like that. And to that point though, Kelsey's like only thing of the show was just her entrance of like bringing the champagne.
Exactly.
Like, that's all she did. Victoria, I don't know, like I said, I want to see my girl on TV more. I think she's gorgeous, but she just seems like quiet. So
she needs some dude to come in for her, but I'm kind of nervous that she might be like one of the people out soon.
How about all the guys talking shit about Carl, but then like being like, oh, he's definitely showing up.
How about everyone talking shit about Grocery Store Joe and the clothes that he wears? I swear to God, the only reason why he was insecure about being there is because everyone made a comment about how he's Gym Joe. That'll never stick. Like, get over it. He's comfortable, and you guys are. He's been on the show before. He knows. Like,
yeah, he does. But I will say, dude, he was kind of being a little bitch. Like,
he was. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you've already been on that. You have nothing to lose. All these girls know who you are because you're like, out of the guys, maybe the most celebrity-ish. So like, all the girls know who you are.
They made him feel like insecure about wearing a t-shirt, like and like relaxed shorts, like he really did wear gym shorts.
Right, but that looks better than what Carl showed up. Carl showed up with a watch and fucking tennis shoes.
Who wear sneakers at the damn beach.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like Grocery Store Joe though, like it was just kind of like he was being a bitch, and then Serena made the move because it like Serena, you could tell kind of like was into him at the beginning.
She talked him off the ledge.
She made the move, and then all of a sudden his whole mindset just changed, and he's like, oh, this is awesome. And it's like, dude, maybe you should have fucking went and talked to someone. Fuck the dudes. Who gives a shit about the guys?
Instead of moping around. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, who gives a shit about the guys? And then who else was there? Natasha. I like her actually. She seems kind of cool.
She's awesome. Yeah. She was one of my favorites in Peter's season, but everyone knew that she was just like a friend, she wasn't gonna make it far. She was inevitably gonna go home, definitely before hometowns. But yeah, she'll stick around, I think, for some time.
She was cool. Who else? Justina. She was all right.
Jasenia.
She was all right. It was just kind of like, everyone was introducing themselves, but like the ending when they brought Demi in, it was like, yo, she's gonna fuck shit up. Like she
seemed like, I don't know, it could be the producers in her ear though, but she seemed like
Mhm.
she was really trying to like show out for it seemed like she was flirting with David Spade. Like
Yeah, I know. She was like,
I
"What's
was
up,
like,
Joe
this is
Dirt?"
a little too much, although this is like stereotypical Demi, like whatever. I love
Yeah.
her, but yeah,
Oh, she definitely knows how to put on a show, and that's why she's
she knows.
casted. All right, let's
She's
get
good for
into
TV.
let's think about what do you think is gonna happen? So how does it work out? How many guys are there and how many girls are there more girls than guys right
There's
now?
10 what before Demi came in, it was 10 guys and 13 girls. So the guys will be handing out the roses the first week. So it was going to be only 3 girls going home, but at this point
Now
now
it's
it's going to be
four.
4. And Demi obviously is going to stick around, I think, for some time based off of the previews and all the drama that she ends
Oh,
up
she'll
stirring up.
stick. Yeah. She's a good looking girl and she's like very out there. One of those dudes will definitely give her a rose.
The couple that I feel like I saw coming was Tammy fucking Lee and Aaron, the drama king and the drama queen.
Mm-hmm.
They're all about drama. Them like, that didn't shock me at all. They have like too
Yeah.
much in common in the worst possible ways.
Tammy, like, she was very what's the word? Like almost not aggressive, but bold. Like she just kind of like she's a very bold person.
She's just as irritating in Peter's season as she is in Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah,
But
I didn't really know how to react to her though. It's just like she was very bold.
I don't think we ever really saw her interact with Kelsey either, if I remember right,
No,
at
she
all.
like everyone said hi to each other, but like
They've
that's
avoided
like
each other.
yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah. So okay, so there's 14 girls, 10 guys. Obviously, 4 girls will get sent home
at this point. Some
right
guys
now.
might come in Monday,
So
so it might change.
we're gonna think about this as if it's 4 girls going home. Who do you think
Yeah.
gets the prediction for next week? Who do you think gets the snip?
It really depends on the guys. I'm very nervous about Victoria P. I hate to tell you. Like, I'm very nervous about Victoria P. Deandra, too. We don't really see that much Victoria P. or
Mm-hmm.
Deandra in any of the previews.
Yeah.
I think Kelsey, it's tough. Kelsey and probably Victoria,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think Victoria for sure is going home, but then like there's a thing in the back of my head that's like our producers in people's heads, and they're like, we need her for like at least 2 weeks.
Drama.
Right. But like I don't see any of the guys really being into her. And then like, but I don't know. I feel like between Victoria P and Kelsey, one of them is staying. They're both like very good looking girls. And these guys seem like the dudes who were like, they'll make the move and then they'll go up. And then if they talk to them one on one, they're gonna like be like, oh, I'm in love with her. She's so gorgeous and blah blah blah. So like it's more on that than now. Obviously, if they find other people and then it just never happens, it never happens. But I feel like if they go talk to them one on one, like one of them's gonna go or stay.
That's the thing is on Monday's episode, they might send 2 new guys in. And
Right.
then the whole thing shifts and like it's all thrown out the window. But I
Right.
think after this last night's episode, it makes me nervous because so many people coupled up and made out that first night. Like
did.
they literally staked their claim.
But there was a few
You
guys
know?
we didn't see much of though. So like, you know,
Yeah, they might be playing the field a little bit, but
right.
it makes
Like
me
the
nervous.
the guy who said that Victoria Larson smelled good, he didn't really cuddle up or couple up with anyone that night. And then wild thing that the one chick who was complaining how hot it was, she
Tejwan?
she's still complaining about how hot it was, and then went on a date with the dude's uncle.
With Trey's uncle, yes. And then she made out with Trey, keeping it in the family.
Yes. So like that's wild. But I mean, I think we would agree that those two are definitely going to be hitting it off.
That it was so funny when David Spade, when she walked in and David Spade was like, you do realize it's still just as hot as it was the first time. And,
yeah.
I mean, she's literally sweating buckets the entire time, which that my whole thing is if you were so hot the first time, why are you not just wearing bikinis from 24/7?
Okay,
Literally
if
24/7.
When she spoke after she came on, if that wasn't like they dumped water on her or something, she was sweating so fucking much.
So much. And Kelsey, she was saying the milk of magnesium on her face. I've never heard of that. Like, I'm visiting my best friend Jen. Neither of us have ever heard of somebody that.
Yeah, when she said that, I mean, I'm a guy, but I've never heard that either. I was like,
David
what the fuck is she talking
Spade, or who? No, it wasn't David. Was it David Spade or somebody else? I was like, you're literally putting a laxative on your face.
It was
or
probably
was that
David's,
Wells? Maybe I can't
maybe
remember.
Wells. I like Wells.
I think it might. He's awesome.
Yeah, I like Wells. I think he's cool.
The bartender.
Yeah, he's cool.
That stole all of our hearts.
Yeah, I think he's cool. But yeah, I see. I just think Victoria P or Kelsey, one of them's gonna like somewhat be more involved. I don't know which one. I hope it's Victoria P. If it's not, like, I'm gonna be disappointed that the producers didn't like show her more though. But
also, she's sending herself out there though. That's the whole thing with Bachelor in Paradise.
For sure.
It's similar in the sense of like Bachelor and Bachelorette too, where like you don't put yourself out there. But even then, if you do put yourself out there, you still could be sent home. Like Tajwan in her last season of Bachelor in Paradise, all she did was complain about the heat and was like so dramatic about it and everything.
Yeah.
And she was still sent home that week.
Yeah,
like, no matter, you know.
Victoria, like, she kind of has put herself out there and no one's talking to her that we've seen. So it's like, I mean, that's true. It doesn't always. I just have a feeling that one of them's gonna get picked up. They're too like, these guys are douchebags. Like, they're such good looking girls. Like,
a lot of the time too, if a guy isn't coupled up with somebody and they just want somebody to stick around even as a friend, they'll give them their rose just so they can get a chance, you know.
Right. Who do you think Demi's gonna go after?
I think we saw in the preview, I think it might be Demi, Mari, and Kenny.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And Mari threw the cake in the fire.
That's right. Right.
So
that's what's crazy about Bachelor in Paradise is because there's so many females. So like, there's so many different people, and so you could go for two girls and fuck up both of them, and then get sent home, and you could have just chose one. You know, and it's like the first episode, it was very, you know, casual and just not explaining, but introducing everyone. It wasn't, you know, not a lot happened. It just kind of was, you know, showing some stuff. And then like they show the previews for like the next few episodes, and it's like so much shit's gonna happen now because like people are moving around, all that stuff.
My biggest gripe, so Aaron, bringing Aaron back up again, him squaring up with Ivan and getting in Ivan's face. I cannot believe there's not a situation where I can think that Ivan would warrant some sort of reaction like that from Aaron. Aaron's just being dramatic and a little bitch. Like, honestly.
Is that the one where he's like, she kissed me earlier, and now she kissed you?
So he literally, they're in each other's faces, like they're about to swear. Like,
there's one argument, and he's like, she kissed me at breakfast and she kissed you at dinner. Show me some damn respect. It's like, dog, take it out with the girl. That's what? Like.
Also, what? It's the nature of the show. Get over it.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to play the field.
Right.
It must have been. I feel like that'll be a week where the girls have the power and they're duking it out to stay. And they're just, it's their egos playing like, I can't go home before you. You can't go home before me. But I wonder what girl it's over. Is it over Tammy Lee? I can't see Tammy Lee with Ivan, you know?
Right. But I could see Tammy Lee doing that. Like, she's definitely playing the field. Like, and Tammy Lee, the thing about Tammy Lee, which, so like, what I think Kelsey and Victoria P lack of like this, like, they don't have like crazy sex appeal. They're like beautiful women.
They're just nice. They're nice.
Yes.
Like, they don't,
Tammy Lee's like that chick that's like, I'd fuck the shit out of her. And then like want nothing to do with her after. But like, I would keep her around for a week just to fuck her. And so like, like whoever these new guys come in probably all had the same feeling towards it.
Exactly.
Like Tammy Lee's probably not going to be one of the final people to, you know what I mean? But she's probably going to stick around longer than a good amount of girls because she's going to be fun, entertaining, and like I said, she's bold. She will fuck. Like,
she's bold. Yeah. She'll do whatever it takes to get a rose to stay. She'll play whatever mind game she has to play to stay.
That's what I'm saying. So like she has that going for her where it's like Victoria P and Kelsey, I don't see them playing that game.
No, they're not like that.
And they're also just like, like Victoria P's like, you look at her, you're like, dude, I'd marry her. Not like, oh yeah, I'd have a one night stand with her. And I think that like that hurts her, like in a sense. Yeah. Like, it really does hurt her in this situation.
Yeah, it does. So, but it'll be interesting to see. It will be. But the Serena P in the preview, Serena P freaking out about Kendall walking in, and she gets like really possessive over Joe. But Joe also said at one point in the preview that that's the only girl he's ever liked, the second girl he's ever loved in his lifetime.
No, I thought he was
probably being Kendall.
No, I thought he was. Oh yeah, he was saying Serena's the second girl he ever loved.
Yeah.
But then he was talking to Kendall, and he was like, "I'm not for sure into her." Like he said that or whatever.
I have a feeling that that's just the producers playing some tricks on us, trying to make us think something that's like, I feel like that when Joe says to Serena, when he says that to Serena P, it's got to be in some final episode of the season where it's, you know, before they decide if they want to get engaged and stuff like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It could be, I don't know. I feel like I've seen enough of the show to kind of guess that. But yeah, if I was Serena P, I'd be pissed too seeing that.
Yeah,
but also,
well, because
Joe owes Kendall the respect, in my opinion. Like, he owes her a conversation.
Okay, I don't know that, but I didn't watch that. But
yeah,
like Serena definitely, like, it seems like she had her eye on Joe, and then like it seems like they are hitting it off. Joe from the start said he liked Serena, and then he went into his little like crying face when was it Yvonne was the second dude who showed up and was like, Serena too, and then he's like Ivan, and he's like Serena too, and then Joe's like crying like, oh, there's competition, I forgot about that, and it's like bro, shut the fuck up. First off, secondly, Serena then goes out and seeks you, and so for it to play out with like Serena and Joe are definitely making it well deep.
They're day ones. They're day ones until Kendall shows up, which the producers are probably throwing that bone in there to just you know, ruin it, like try to make it harder.
And in reality, that could be in 2 weeks, that could be in 4 weeks. Like it doesn't really, you know, we don't have no idea. Know. Right. Yeah. So like that'll be interesting, but like it'll be like they're definitely doing a good job to bring more drama into it. That's probably not even needed, but like it's definitely gonna rile some things up.
Oh, it'll help.
Like imagine
there's so many tears. Also Becca Cooperin with Thomas. I don't know if you saw that. And then she's like, it seems too good to be true with you, Thomas, because it is. Girl.
Yeah, right.
That was the guy that last season he was saying how he was there initially because he could potentially become the next He's the only one to ever admit that on candid camera.
Right.
Idiot. But
so that this kind of just made me think about this though. Do you think if Noah, so you know how Abigail picked Noah, do you think if Noah won that first date, do you think he would have picked Abigail?
Probably, because Abigail was the only one that he really mentioned as, you know, someone he was looking to meet in the beginning. Right. And that's also something Noah would like. That's some Noah game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see him like stringing her along, and then someone comes in and he's like, yeah, okay.
Also though, Abigail, she's a loyal chick. Like she might stick to him because that's what's comfortable for her. I don't know.
Oh, I think she'll stick to him. I'm saying him. I could see him fucking her.
If there's some, I could. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think she's like, for whatever reason, she enjoyed the first date, all that stuff. But I forgot that
he swindles. He's a douchebag. He'll tell every girl what she wants to hear. You know, that's how he is.
I forgot. I'm gonna say her name wrong. Jasenia. I forgot how she got sent home on Matt's season though. She had a
got sent home on a
one-on-one.
one-on-one.
And she was like, I just want to let you know I'm really, really falling for you. Like, I do think I'm falling in love with you. And he just pulls out the rose in front of her face and was like, yeah, but I'm not giving you this. It's time for you to go home. Like, yo, what? Like,
after all of the 2-on-1 drama with MJ and like the varsity versus JV thing.
Yes.
Yeah, he sent her home.
Right. Like, I totally forgot. Like, I remember she got sent home kind of crazy, but like that, like, that's insane.
I didn't remember that either, that she laid it all out on the table and he was like, nah.
On a one-on-one. He didn't even give her the respect to be like, yeah, I'll bring you to the final rose ceremony. Like, that was wild.
That's what it was, though. He also had so many women on his season that he had to send them home as soon as he could. I think it was like 30-something girl, like 30 plus women on his season.
Yeah, his was crazy. But you know, it'll be. I'm excited for the season. Honestly, it's gonna be an interesting season. I think, like I said, like this was just more an introduction. But like next week is like the, you know,
it's gonna start getting into it
because now you compete for things, and when you bring out competition, when I mean for things, just a rose, but like you're competing, and there's more people than there are roses, and that brings out drama, that brings out competition, that brings out, you know, this is Bachelor in Paradise where anything goes. Like, you can do whatever you want to stay. Like,
I'm pretty sure too that the contestants on Bachelor in Paradise, they get paid per day that they last on the show.
Probably.
That's another thing, is like the people who really need that coin, they're gonna stay as long as they can to keep that coin, like a Tammy freaking Lee.
Okay, this is the other thing I was gonna bring up. Honestly, my last thing on the episode, but the guy who came to Katie's season in that costume,
Connor.
He's so weird.
I told you he would come in with like his sights set on like specific people. I think it was Abigail, Brittany, and Jasenia. Those were the three.
And who's he with?
Set on. He may have made out with Jasenia.
He made out with someone.
I can't remember exactly who he did.
But he's so weird.
Oh no! It's Marissa. Like I think she was a night home, a girl who may have been sent home in night one. Yes. And he made out with her, and then she's like, "Katie was wrong. That was a great kiss." Just like the woman they casted in the Men Tell All. That was amazing.
He's so weird. He's just weird. Like, he's got like I don't like when he was on the screen. It just weirded me out. Like, I don't want to hear him talk. I don't want to hear him do anything. Like,
do his little song and dance. Like, that's what he does. That is what Connor does.
He was so weird. Like, what sucks though is like him and the girl seems like they're gonna like whoever he was with was really into him for whatever reason. But that's just that sucks because that means that he's probably going to be on for at least 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, we don't see. I mean, at least it just depends. I don't know though. That's the thing, is Marissa was a night one girl, so she might cling to him to stay on as long as possible.
That's true. Like,
unless somebody hotter comes in and they like Marissa and they start pursuing her, and then she drops Connor, and then in which case, I don't know. But
see, that's the thing, is like you'll see people who are like bitches then, because like you'll see people who they're clinging now because they know they need a rose, and then when it turns around where they hold the power, like you'll definitely see some chicks be like, I'm not really that interested in you, and then it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. There was another thing too. So I always said this to James. He gave me like the mafia mob vibes, and the only reason I remembered him from Katie's season was because he was butt buddies with Aaron. Okay. As soon as James walked in, Aaron immediately said, "That's my boy."
Yeah, that's when the one girl was like, "I want to go talk to the guys, but it seems like they're too into each other," and they're all like sitting there like hugging each other and shit. Like, yeah.
I'm out on James. That's the only one. I don't think he was one of the sneaky guys where I don't think he really connected with anyone night one. So Victoria P might have it in there if she like plays her cards right, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like Victoria P, but the problem with Victoria P is like she's not like outgoing like that. So like
you need to be in Bachelor in Paris. She might learn quick.
I know.
I just don't want her to make the fatal mistake of like waiting too long to do anything.
Demi might give them a kick in their ass though. So
as long as she acts on it and she learns from,
she's fucking crazy. Demi is crazy. Like
she's gonna stir up shit.
Period. And I know it's like reality TV and stuff, but like I have a feeling she's not that far off in real life. Like she seems like she's that crazy in real life.
That's how she is, but that's what makes her great for TV.
Oh, she's perfect
premium
for TV.
Entertainment. She really is.
It would be perfect if, let's say, we didn't really see it, and a guy was into Victoria Larson, and then Demi is into that guy, and those two go at it, the same guy. Now that would be perfect.
I wish.
But every guy there is choosing Demi over Victoria, so it wouldn't really be
any
a competition.
Day of the week.
Yeah. So
any guy there is choosing any of those women over Victoria. Yeah, that is her problem. She shot herself in the foot with her previous behavior. Like, end of story. I don't know how there's any possible way she would redeem herself unless it was Carl. Like that.
Yeah, but
that's
you can't.
The only guy at this point.
I feel like coming in and saying you're the goddess is not a good start either. Like,
not
just
a good. Wearing that whole crown, like, get out of here, girl.
Because even some of the guys were like, "Oh, she looks pretty good. Like the blonde hair looks good on her." But like the whole goddess part is just like, what the fuck?
Doesn't make a difference. Like, drop the act. Nobody likes.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, if you would have just come in and been normal, it's like, okay, maybe she is a little different and she looks good and like.
It's so funny because she went on her redemption tour after Matt's season and was like, I'm not a bully. I didn't mean to call these women whores and stuff like that, or I didn't mean it like that, and she's just coming in guns a-blazing, but with like a different, she's trying to like she's going off a different fork in the road.
No, it's just a different way
parallel.
To do it. Right.
They're both parallel.
Yes.
It's like not, you're not redeeming yourself in any way. There's got to be, the only way that she'll say if there's some redeeming quality that she brings about, if she shows genuine remorse in her ego, she just shuts her ego down for 2 seconds and takes accountability for her actions to everybody there. That's the only way anybody's going to give her the time of day.
I don't think that'll be enough, though. I don't think that'd be enough.
I don't even think so either. She honestly so ugly on the inside. Like, she's just.
She lost immediately when, I don't know if this is how it is every year, but she lost immediately when the guys got the first rose.
That's how I feel. And I was thinking about that after we recorded last time, that I think that most of the time, the first week, the men do get the power, which is, it's just.
But that's so if it is that case, then she's kind of fucked regardless. But like, if there was somehow the women got it first, then she could have maybe convinced a guy that way, because obviously a guy would have to talk to her. But like, with it being reversed, there's like no chance.
That was the biggest thing so they always have the conversations when they split off, like the men and the women, and they all, talk together in squads, and all of the girls were like, I'm going to wait for the guys to come up to me first. It's like, no, sweetheart, you have no power this week. That's not the way to go about it. That's a terrible strategy. That's also where Victoria's just going to ruin her entire game.
It was like literally like a 7th and 8th grade middle school dance where like all the girls were in, and like,
I don't want them. They need to talk to me.
And it was just like, yo, I don't understand like where you're getting.
I'm not on board with that. You want to stay, you need to freaking play the game, girls. Like let's go.
Go over and see homeboy Wells, get a fucking few shots in you, and then go talk to a guy. Like, that's why you're there. It's literally, you're on TV to talk to guys.
You're not there to sit on your thumb and wait around. Right. Exactly. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and like we said, next week will be big. Next week will be exciting. Anything else from episode 1 you had?
I cannot think of anyone else. Oh, wait, one more thing. Kelsey saying the word chivalrous. Do you remember that? It's like a little blurb in there, but her attempting to say the word chivalrous.
Was she talking to David Spade?
No, they were sitting at the table and just like they were talking about something about being chivalrous, like the men coming and doing things, you know. And I can't even remember the different ways that she said it, but she butchered it 14 times. And Aaron was the one, I'm pretty sure, who was like, it's chivalrous.
I don't remember.
You know, it's not that hard, but that's like I feel like that's Kelsey. I hope Kelsey stays, because I think she's just a girl's girl. Like, she would be, I wish good things for her. Same with Victoria P too. I just wish, you know, they just have to put themselves out there. They can't go in with this mindset of, I'm gonna wait for the men to come to me and talk to me. You can't play that game. That's not a good end game, girls, you know.
Right.
That's not how it works.
So but also moving forward, we'll get a Monday and Tuesday episode.
Yeah.
And so it'll start getting crazier, which will be good. Yeah, that's really all we have for episode 1 though. Like we said, it's more of an introduction. And towards the end was when it kind of started to pick up some stuff. Demi walked in, all that, you know, people were starting to talk a little more and stuff. So like, it's definitely going to pick up, and, you know, right when it got good is when it ended, which kind of sucked, but
cliffhangers, classic Bachelor producers.
Right. They're the best at it, but we'll be back next Tuesday night after the show to record our next episode. So we'll see everyone then.
Yep.